As a kid growing up and playing outside, I always wanted to find one thing and never find another. The one thing I never wanted to find was to be digging in the ground while playing and accidentally stumble upon an oil reserve, because that would have meant we'd get invaded by the US. But one thing I always wanted to find was the remains of a dinosaur. Unfortunately, I never was able to make that happen. Until recently, I've read that somewhere deep in those mountains, some archaeologists found the remains of footsteps of a dinosaur on top of the mountain. So I thought to myself, maybe I could finally make that dream of mine come true. And at the same time, also take you with me on an adventure somewhere in the mountains in southern Tunisia. So before we finish our main quest, we've got a kitty taking a shit right there, and we've got a mountain full of abandoned castles. So let's go to the other side and go explore and see what those abandoned castles are about. We now are getting near to those houses across the other mountain, and look at how they build the doors. I reckon that's not safe, but most of them are locked. I really want to go inside one of them to see what they look like. Okay, this one might be our best bet. Why would they put this here? They want to keep me outside, but that's not working. Interesting, because we are in the middle of the desert, and if you are outside, it's freaking hot. But as soon as you go inside here, it's a cold breeze. It's really cold inside. That's super cool. Okay, this is a proper door now. Wow. See, the doors there are so small. I wonder how like people used to get in there, but maybe it's to keep the heat out from outside. Then they build their doors this tiny, but it means you have to crawl in each time you want to go to your home. I'm not encouraging people to do dumb shit, but look what I found. So this is one of the houses that are locked, and I want to go inside. And I was looking at the way that they're locking these doors, and look what I saw. It's actually not locked. They're just putting it inside that rock, and then we can just go inside. I think this is wide enough. There's a hole right there, but I think we can still go inside. Wow, they're keeping all their treasures hidden and well kept here. Right, let me close this before I get in trouble. So as I was exploring and trying to get to the top of the mountain, look what I found. They put this blue thing right there. And at the beginning I was very confused. I was like, why would they put this here right before we get to the top? But now after I think about it, it's not to tell people not to get to the top, I think. It's to make sure that you can only go to the top if you're able to jump on top of this. And they do this to make sure that people are physically fit enough to be there. See, it's very considerate out of them. I think I'm fit enough to continue exploring. These are the final steps before we reach the summit. Look at that landscape. It's a vast empty land of pure nothing. So if you were a Berber who used to live here maybe hundreds of years ago, this is what your home would have looked like. You wake up every day, have your old ancient coffee while looking at the vast empty desert. Alright, back to the car. Apparently, the footsteps were found on top of one of those hills that we're heading towards. Must be really cool to live next to a place where you know that dinosaurs actually used to roam this land. If you were here in this exact same spot 1,000,000 years ago, there would have been dinosaurs. Crazy. I got out of the car, and the peak that we need to get to is that one. We're almost there. The last climb. Woo. And look what I found. They actually put a sign there. From what I read online, it used to be a desolate place, but apparently they're setting up signs now all around here. And This is the terrain with the dinosaur footsteps that you see right here. You see this thing? Those are footsteps of some dinosaurs, probably millions of years ago, that was left on this plateau on top of this mountain. I think we've got two types of dinosaurs because I keep seeing this triangle shape, and we've got it here, and maybe we've got it here, and next to it we have this shape, which is more a rounded shape. And these are mainly the two shapes that you see. I'm not sure what this one is. It's more like Korean, Chinese word. Maybe it's a Chinese dinosaur, I don't know. But we got this round shape again, and many more of those similar pattern. I don't know, I'm not an archaeologist, but if someone knows and have a guess which dinosaur that could be, let me know. I'll pin the comment with the best guess. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed our small adventure here in the vast desert of the south of Tunisia. See you next time.